Welcome to another exciting episode of Transform Yourself. We are your hosts, Kacy and Tyler, and we talk all things weight loss through the idea of the 4 M's of fitness: mind shift, meal shift, micro habits, and muscle building. We've lost a collective 130 pounds. We've kept it off for about 3 years now. And we like to share everything Form Fit, everything Calorie Deficit Queen with you guys. This episode, we are going to kind of give y'all a roadmap into the future of Calorie Deficit Queen and Form Fit. And some people, it's kind of weird that I have, my company's name is Form Fit. I named it after the 4 M's of fitness, but then I kind of gave myself a persona of the Calorie Deficit Queen. And my Instagram page is the Calorie Deficit Queen. My website is the Calorie Deficit Queen. But then when you dig into my methodology is what I call Form Fit. So that's kind of a quick summary for anyone who might be a new listener to our podcast and listening to this one. I am going to share kind of what we have ahead of us in both the near future and the future. I can't quite put a number on the future, but...
Future?
Yeah.
Okay.
But...
Is that extra long future? Or is that...
Hopefully, when somebody says... Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
No one literally says that to me.
People say that in interviews, right? Where do you see, or your financial advisor might say that to you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's a good question.
My beef guy says that.
Your beef guy?
Yeah,
you have a beef guy?
I got a beef guy.
You don't have a beef guy.
I got a beef guy.
Okay. I need to meet the beef guy. All right.
His name's Jim.
Moving on.
Jim the Butcher.
Jim, spelled G-Y-M.
No, it's J-I-M. He's a red-blooded American. That's how you spell Jim.
Speaking of, what wasn't it one of our daughters who in like 2nd grade, she was filling out one of the forms that the teacher gives them for like Mother's Day, and it was like all about your mom, and the question said, where your mom's favorite place to go. And she wrote Jim, but she spelt it J-I-M. So pretty hilarious. No.
I kind of remember that. It's not a core memory.
All right. Moving on to what's going on in the future. So this year there's been a lot of changes with, Form Fit, Calorie Deficit Queen. I have hired 2 coaches to work with me, and I could not be more excited about the 2 coaches that I hired. One of them, her name is Reagan, and one of them is Shannon, and they are true rock stars of coaches. I have to brag on both of them. They are both personal trainers. Reagan, she's like my muscle building maven. She is amazing at muscle building. She is also, she has been and still is my personal trainer, personal trainer. She does know how to put on some serious muscle. She just won 1st place in open and in also, I think it was true novice. I'm sure she could tell me. She won several 1st place trophies in the bikini competition at the Labrada Classic, which I'm super thrilled for her. And she's just a rock star at building muscle. And yes, she is young, but the good news is that even though she's young, she doesn't have wild ideas about what body composition change takes or looks like. She has the same ideology as I do when it comes to creating sustainable fat loss and sustainable muscle build and changing body composition. So, fantastic coach, Shannon. Shannon is also super fantastic coach. She has coached women in their 40s with fat loss for several years, much like me. So she has that background. She also is amazing at making low calorie, high protein meals, much like me. So that's kind of her strengths. She is I think she's in her late 40s or early 50s. And she looks amazing as well. You can find both of these coaches on Instagram if you'd like to. Reagan Elizabeth Lifts, Lifts. And Shannon is found at Shannon Hansen. So
how do you spell Hansen?
HAN
SEN or SON?
HANSON.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Shannon's
Shannon Hansen.
your typical spelling.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, Shannon typically spelled. Yeah. So those are my coaches. They are rock stars. I plan on just keeping those two coaches. I don't plan on, growing in the coaching sector area. And the reason is because they are one-on-one client coaches with me. And I don't like to keep a large pool of one-on-one clients. And I do this for a reason, because as a business, I want to offer high levels of access, accountability, and attention to our one-on-one clients. That's what those one-on-one clients are paying for, is a lot of access to me and the coaches, and accountability from us, attention from us. So we keep a small coaching pool in order to be able to deliver that to our clients and get those amazing results that we're seeing with our clients. I have hired a brand new app developer. So I am changing to a new app on the iPhone and Androids. I am actually in the process of transitioning now. My app that I have right now, it is not going away for a couple months, but by the end of the year, it will probably be gone. And I'm hoping that I can get in and be in my new app by mid-November or early November. So that transition process takes a while to do. And this new app is going to be amazing. It is going to have an on-demand library. And that on-demand, it's going to be like a little Netflix, right? But your little FormFit Netflix. It's going to have an on-demand library of workouts. It's going to have any of my e-courses I've ever made are going to be in there. I'm still going to run challenges, group challenges, but I'm going to run it through this new app. And the good news is that it has its own forum so that we don't have to run the challenges through both my app and Facebook. Mm-hmm. It's going to have its own group forum in the app. So everything is going to be in one place. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, that's going to be so much better.
It's going to be fantastic. It integrates with MyFitnessPal. It integrates with Chronometer. It integrates with Fitbit. It integrates with Apple Watches. It is going to be superb. It is going to be so exciting. I'm very, very thrilled about the new developer and what they can offer.
And from a usability standpoint, we think it's going to be a better experience.
Right. A better user experience, more user-friendly.
Yeah.
The interface is awesome. It's so great. I'm so super excited about it. And again, I'm hoping to ready to roll with my first group challenge in November in that brand new app. And then I have really big things coming for January 2025 because I have to start getting ready for January now. Because we all know January in the fitness world is a big deal.
Gotta start hyping.
So I am going to start getting ready for January at this point. And I'm going to have some epic offers being offered in January. So if you love all things CDQ, recipes, workouts, e-courses, all things, then check out what I'll be offering in January. Keep liking my posts so that I keep showing up on your feeds. Cookbooks. So maybe you're a listener who really just kind of likes to purchase cookbooks whenever a new cookbook comes out. I'm always working on another cookbook. I feel like that
is a fact. There's always something in the hopper.
Right. So, but it takes so much work to write those recipes. I wrote one yesterday. It was a gingerbread muffin, and I took them to a friend's house, and I admitted before she even took her first bite, I said that this is just trial 1. This is not trial 2 or 3. That this is a recipe fail. I need to add more moisture to this, and here's how I'm going to do that. And So she agreed it needed more moisture. I have to refix that recipe, go out and buy the ingredients again, do all of that, and make them again, film it again.
Such is the life.
Yeah, do the food photography again. So I plan on doing all that. That's just one recipe. The cookbook I'm working on now is going to be a meal plan series. And I've been working on it for about 5 or 6 months now. And it's evolved over the past several months, and it's going to have brand new breakfasts, lunches, dinners. It's going to teach you, it's going to have videos attached to every single recipe that you can watch to kind of help guide you on that recipe. But it's also going to have, it's going to be broken down into a plan that is easy for you to do, easy to implement, and shows you kind of a new way of meal planning. And then I have videos that teach you. So it's kind of like a meal plan book with a like very miniature e-course that comes with it to teach you how to use the book in order to meal plan in a really easy way. It comes with grocery lists every week. So if you're looking for something really simple and low calorie, high protein, this next cookbook is going to be your jam. It's going to be pretty awesome. And way into the future, because all of this is kind of, I guess I would call anything coming up through January is going to be the near future, and way future, meaning what does the next 5 years of Form Fit and Calorie Deficit Queen look like? I would love to write a book. So I have been, talking about writing a book. I don't know what I'll call it yet, but on everything Form Fit methodology and mind shift, meal shift, micro habits, and muscle building. I know that it is a method that works because I've been using this method myself, and that's how we lost our collective 130 pounds. That's how we've kept it off, by using that methodology. But also I've been using it with my clients, and my clients are seeing results, and my clients are keeping the weight off. I have a client who is entering her 2-year phase of keeping the weight off very soon. And I'm super excited that she is awesome. A Forever Fat Loss Form Fit client that is seeing some awesome results and keeping it off. And I want to share this methodology with as many people as possible. So writing a book in the future, I think, is part of my future plan. And so that's kind of a quick little tour of what is in the works behind the scenes of all the videos that you see. I mean, I know it looks like I just stand in the kitchen and make videos all day, but that's not what I do. I do.
There's a lot more
that
goes into it. Yeah.
And I just want you listeners to know that I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of the comments. I appreciate all of the likes. I appreciate all of the support. I appreciate all of it, all of the purchases of any of the cookbooks or the workouts, or even just getting on a call with me and chatting with me about your own weight loss journey and allowing me to be a part of that story, because I would love to be a part of your weight loss story. It's a blessing to get to do this for a job. I love what I do, and I love helping the women that I help. So that is it for this episode. It was not, you're right. It was not necessarily tips and tricks to have, for weight loss. It was just to give you guys a quick heads up.
Behind the scenes, State of the Union. I don't know what you want to call it.
A heads up on what's to come with Form Fit.
The app's going to be slick.
Yeah. Form Fit 2025 is going to be super amazing.
I think 2025 will reap the benefits of the work from this year.
Absolutely.
I think that's because I think there's been a lot of investments. I mean, not just literal investments, but I think with the team and all of that stuff, I think you're getting on the right feet or on the right foot to make 25 a great year.
Yes, absolutely. And
some say the best.
Right. And here's the funny thing, y'all. I 100% believe that everybody, I am not an expert in all things. I find myself a fairly great expert with weight loss and cooking low-calorie, high-protein meals, but I am not an expert at being a business owner. If you have any, if you've been following me, you know that I am an ex-educator. I taught biology, chemistry, and physics in high school. So I do have a science background. That's great. It serves me. But what I don't have a background in is I don't have a business degree. I don't have an accounting degree. I don't have a marketing degree. I don't have any of that. So this year in 2024, I invested in a business coach. And my business coach is serving me well. And I feel like any area that you want to grow in, you want to be better in, it's worth investing in a coach. If you want change to happen, invest in a coach, because totally even agree. Coaches need coaches.
Yeah. Well, and there's nothing about what you're doing with that or with weight loss that you can't figure out. But what a coach does is it streamlines it. It cuts all the BS out. You don't have to go through and do all this research and try to figure out what works and what doesn't work.
They've already made the mistakes and they know how to avoid those.
Exactly. You're paying for the experience. You're paying for the knowledge and someone to guide you to get you there way faster. Because I like with your thing with the business, I think you were on the path, but would you have gotten there as quickly?
Right. And the same thing with weight loss, guys. I mean, I can help you avoid all those mistakes that I made for years and years and years with weight loss. Until I finally realized, I don't have to do that anymore. There's an entirely new way. There's an entirely new method that doesn't feel overwhelming or restrictive. And so reach out, thecaloriedeficitqueen.com, or find me on Instagram and reach out to me in the DMs. I would love to hear from you. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks. Adios.